Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we're gonna check fresh release from Aoshima. Of course, that's a 1/24 scale car kit, and as you can see this time it copies Lamborghini Diablo GTR. It's a special version of the famous supercar, and now you can copy it in 1/24 scale. But as usual, let me remind you that we are still getting money for the new camera, and you can help us by pressing the donate button on our website. It is easy and it is done via PayPal, so it should be fast and safe. And of course you determine the amount you would like to help us with. And there will be also extra article once you donate. It will be like a sign, let's say, showing that we received another donation. So this is a new kit. It was shown on the recent Messe, and now we have a chance to check it closer. As I said, it is molded in 1/24 scale, and we have this nice box art on the front. Here you can see comparison with my hand. It's not that big box, but it is quite thick. Here we have short history note. And as you can see, only 30 cars were made in this modification. Here you can see pictures of the assembled vehicle. Here we have short list of the special features. So you have opening or closing doors, engine hood, V12, covered tail lights, and also masks for windows, which is quite nice bonus to have. And here you can see some safety devices and information what you will need for assembly. Of course, that's a top opening box. And here is what we have inside. So as you can see, there is plenty of different sprues. Each is packed into the separate plastic bag, so we're gonna check them one by one. And now just give me a second. I'll open the first one, which is dedicated to transparent plastic sprues, and we will check closer what is there. Just give me a second. Okay, so as I said, here we have two transparent plastic sprues. I'll show you first this one. So here we have front glass and also side windows and some minor elements for external detailing. Everything is molded nicely, and as you remember, manufacturer includes masks for those parts, so I really doubt that you have any problems with detailing. Here we have another one. This one is smaller and it packs side windows, and note that those special hatches are molded shut, so you won't be able to replicate them in open position. And here you can see the dashboard, which is replicated with transparent element. I'm not sure why, but I guess it should come handy once you assemble your small Lamborghini. Now I'm opening the next plastic bag. This one is dedicated to top body panel, and I will show it in a second. Of course, it is molded in white plastic, because white plastic should come handy for those who would like to use some custom paint on them. And as you can see, doors are molded separately, engine bonnet is molded separately, but front trunk is molded shut. And I can also show you the detailing. There are special locks on the front trunk, which are pre-molded on the plastic, and you have to pick them up with dry brush method. Inside we don't have anything interesting, and of course this will have to be combined with top part, bottom part, which should be molded separately, and I hope we'll see it in a second. But now I'm opening the first plastic bag with black plastic sprue. Just give me a second. As you can guess, here we have different structural elements as well as some internal bonuses. And here it is. So here we have one piece driver and passenger seat, dashboard. Note that here we have special insert for the transparent part which we saw before, some cooler parts for the engine. Also here we have different meshes for the radiators, and molding quality once again is quite nice. I can even zoom in to those seats so that you can see that they are nicely pre-molded as one piece part. Here you can see screen wipers, and here are fans. And here we can see radiator parts. And dashboard is quite simple, but it had the same appearance on the original car, so don't be surprised. And now I'm cutting through the next plastic bag, so just give me a second once again. Actually, molding quality is good, as good as in other Aoshima kits, so no worries about possible molding problems. It should be okay. Here you can see next plastic frame. This one is more dedicated to different structural elements. We have here suspension parts, also these are wheel arches which will have to be installed on the car. And it is quite surprising that they are molded separately, so it gives us, let's say, reason to think that bottom plate is molded just as a plate and you will have to add those parts as a separate pieces. Now I'm opening plastic bag with this part, this bottom plate, so we will see it in a second. Just give me a moment. Okay, so what we have here, first plastic sprue is dedicated to the engine. As you remember, Diablo had V12, so you can replicate it here with all those necessary parts, and of course nobody stops you from super detailing with different wiring on the engine. Inside we have position pins, which should be helpful for the proper positioning of these parts together. And once again I can zoom in so that you can see these block parts closer. As you can see, they are nicely designed, and I think it won't be a problem to assemble this engine together. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one carries the bottom plate which I mentioned before. As you can see, we have here suspension arms pre-molded, but as you remember you have to add separate wheel arches, and here we have more of the engine parts, so be careful with this and install them into the right spot on your engine. Now I'm opening the next plastic bag. This one surprisingly features two plastic sprues with wheels. Actually it's a brake rotors, so I will show it in a second. So brake rotors are molded on this metallic sprue. As you can see, parts look nice, but of course nobody stops you from repainting those parts with your paint which you usually use for models. But even like this, they look quite fine for the out-of-the-box build. Next we have another plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to wheel rims, which are molded separately from tires, and here you can see that they are molded together with these central screws, and wheel fitment system is typical for Aoshima, so molding quality is also nice. Next we have another black plastic sprue. Here we have different parts for the engine compartment here. I will zoom out so that you can see. Here it is. Also these are door panels, and this is a rear wing as far as I remember, which should be assembled out of several parts. And then we have some minor parts for external detailing. Next we have another white plastic sprue. Again, I need a second to open it. Of course you can guess that white plastic parts will be used for the outside detailing, because as you remember, doors were molded separately, engine bonnet was also molded separately, so you have to have them in white color as well. So here they are. And as you remember, model will have openable doors, which is also quite a nice feature. Side skirts are molded separately, and overall molding quality is quite nice. Doors seem to be a bit fragile, so be careful with them, because it might be easy to break this frame and then you'll have to fix it somehow. Then we have separately molded bumpers, front and rear. Again, I need a second to open them. These are packed also into the separate plastic bags. So here is the rear one. It is molded as one piece part, so no worries. And I think this one should be a frontal one. Just give me a second. Actually, this one, which you can see now in the video, is actually the front one, and the rear part is this one. Here it is. Also molded as a one piece part, looks quite nice, and attachment points, I think they will be easy to cut through and separate part of the sprue. And then we have chrome frames secured into the separate plastic bag, and we have them here. So what we have here is some different engine elements and also some parts for the rear view mirrors and also headlamps. Of course, it will be up to you if you want to use these parts or you would like to employ something different, but I think those should be enough for the out-of-the-box build. And then we have last black plastic sprue. I'm opening it in the moment. Just give me a second. This one is full of interior parts. As you remember, GTR version had a roll cage inside, so here we have different elements which were replicated. Here we have the cockpit top, also a separate steering wheel, shock absorbers, everything is here, and once you combine them together you get a nice and realistic appearance. Then, as you remember, one of the features of this kit was pre-colored parts, and here they are. Give me a second. So here we have red parts and also yellow parts, which come as molded out of the red and orange colored plastic, so it should be easy to install them right on the spot, and I think they look quite okay for the out-of-the-box detailing, and you can use them in any case. Next we have one more plastic bag. This one is more concerned with vinyl tires, and also we have special metal rods here. You can see them together with these vinyl polycaps. And then we have, as I said, vinyl tires. These are slick tires, as you can see, they're smooth. They don't have, actually there is a minor seam in the middle which will have to be sanded. And as far as you can see, there is no detailing on the sidewalls. There is no logo of the tire manufacturer. Next we have masks and decals packed together. I will open them as well. Okay. Decals, as far as you can see, not that rich. We have several types of number plates, and also, as you can see, small symbols, but I think their application will be easy. And of course printing quality is excellent. Masks are printed like this, so you will have to cut them. They are not pre-cut, so you will have to do it with your own hands. And then we have assembly manual, which is printed in black and white, and I would say that this is a bit a strange feature because all modern kits come with color printed assembly manual. We have short information, safety information for the assembly, some advices, legend, paint numbers, and then we have paint instructions for the body, also in black and white. Then we have assembly process, which starts with chassis assembly. Then we continue with front brake installation, rear brake installation, engine assembly, installation of the suspension, cockpit assembly. Then we continue with tire installation, side step installation, front and rear bumpers, doors, and engine hood. And as you can see, it's working, so that's why we had the metal rods included. And in total you'll have to perform 27 steps, and that's a parts map for this kit. So that's all for this video review. As you can see, we have quite nice Lamborghini from Aoshima. You can get it immediately from any good model shop, and of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye!